Very good evening, everyone. This is Simran Kaur from HR team of Mastertrust. I welcome all of you to the fresh episode of our exclusive webinar series, Street Experts. Today, we have an exciting session on how to file the income tax return with ClearTax with our guest expert, Mr. Adithya from ClearTax. I would like to inform to our participants that we will have a Q&A session at the end of the presentation. In case any participant have any query, can write it down in the Q&A box or can raise their hand for the query. We will allow them to speak. So now I would like to hand over the call to our guest expert, Mr. Adithya. Mr. Adithya, over to you.
Thank you very much, Simran. Good evening, everyone. Hope I'm very much audible. So let just proceed with the initials. So firstly, I'm welcoming everyone for the income tax return filing webinar session. So myself, Aditya, I'm there in ClearTax since nearly 7 years. I'm the part of tax team since I joined the company. Okay, so why we need to use ClearTax? Okay, ClearTax is one of the brand for filing the income tax return. So we are the second largest after the income tax department website. Okay, we are the second one, and there are 6 million plus individuals tax registers are registered through us, and more than 1.5 million number of CS and tax experts also registered with us for the usage of our software for filing the income tax return. Okay, so it's very simple and very easy. It will not take much time for you to file your income tax return. If it is a very simple one, the salaried people who does not have any income structure, then it is can be filed within the span of 3 minutes. And total tax saved with the ClearTax is more than 60 crore rupees, which the refund has been issued by the department, whoever has filed to the ClearTax. We definitely assure that 100% safe and secured with the accurate ITR filing. There is no such complaint raised till now with where there is some mistake happen from the ClearTax where the filing was happened. Okay, so also we provide the AI supported the assistant service where one can directly log into our portal and discuss directly like about the taxation queries as well, whatever it is. Okay, we also support the self-filing as well as the tax expert service for the ITR filing. So one can file from their end also without any issues. And if they want to go with the tax expert assistance, that is available. However, both are chargeable at a different rates. So one of major one of the major feature is like there is no requirement of choosing the income tax forms, whether you if you go to the income tax department portal, you need to choose 1, 2, 3, 4 basis on your income sections. But here the auto selection will happen basis on your inputs of the income, as well as it will auto select the tax regime as well. But however, it shows the both the comparison of new and the old tax regime, how much tax is liable to pay or refund is to get or whatever the tax if basis on the tax calculations. So there is no necessity for one to think about which tax regime they need to choose, whether he will get good refund with the new tax regime or in the old tax regime. Our portal, it calculates and shows the comparison for both the old and both old and new tax regimes. So few of the other basic points which I would like to highlight is that the data also can be auto pre-filled from the master data available in the income tax portal with the pre-fill option. And also it's supposed to be multiple form 16s. One, if somebody has switched their jobs in between the financial year, then they will get the 2 form 16s, one from the previous organization and one from the existing organization. So both the form 16s, we will support two multiple form 16s. One can upload the multiple form 16 one by one if they are going for the self-filing or self-filing and also the manual process. Okay, and it is not mandatory for one to go with the multiple accounts. It is one can file their family members return also single account itself. There is no necessity for creating multiple accounts. So, and we have integrated for with more than 25 brokers, top brokers. I think you can see the screen also in the right hand, which is coming up continuously. So, more than 25 major stock brokers we have integrated with. So, it's a very simple option for the capital gain filers also to get the P&L account details data directly from the API integrations. So integrated product also recommends how the tax can be saved with the maximum in deduction options. Okay, so user can check the customized dashboard to get clarity about their details of the income tax return file for the previous return. Everything the complete history can be, the dashboard is available very easily available. It can be. And also we provide the option for e-verification. Once the filing is completed, it will ask the filers to complete the e-verification also directly from our portal itself. There is no necessity for going forward with anybody else or with the income tax department. It's a it's very fast and very easy and reliable and very smartly built. So FAQs, I will come to the this section later on, but however, I would like to clarify a few of the points here. So what is the income tax return filing last date and the penalty? Okay. So due date for filing the income tax return. I'm repeating this word, due date. Due date for filing the income tax return is July 31st of every year for that particular for the previous financial year. Okay. So before July 31st, one has to complete their income tax filing. And if they miss that, then there will be a penalty. And however, with the penalty, they can file the income tax return through the income tax till the December 31st of that particular financial year. Okay. Till 31st of December, you can file the return with the penalty. The penalty is up to 10,000. The penalty is up to if the taxable income is greater than 5 lakh, greater than 10 lakhs, then they are liable to pay 1,000. Below 10 lakhs, they are liable to pay 1,000. More than that, they have to pay 5,000. Okay, there is a different class for that. Then whether we get the refund of the complete tax deducted by the filing the income tax return. So there are lots of assumptions that if we file the income tax return, whatever the tax is deducted, we will get all the amount as a refund. No, I would like to clarify this here that basis on your investment declarations and the investment details what you provide, the tax calculation happens, and basis on that, you will get the refund once the department verifies and approves your income tax return. Do we need to submit the investment proof while filing the income tax return? Definitely not. There is no necessity for uploading any documents if you are self-filing through ClearTax for submitting any proof. However, if you are going with the expert assisted plan, then definitely the experts wants to go through the documents before filing the income tax return. Hence, they will ask for the proof. But for the income tax department prospects, it is not necessary for one to submit any proof while filing their income tax return. However, department can ask for the proof confirmation anytime within 6 years of the income tax return processing. Mean to say you have to keep your records of the investments or whatever you have declared while filing the income tax return. You have to keep it for minimum 6 years. Even though the return is processed, maybe if you have a tax refund, if the tax refund is also processed, then also department can come back after 2 years to asking for the proof of the income tax filing, whatever you have done. Okay, so it is very much important to keep the records with you for minimum 6 years. Can we claim the deduction without having a proper proof to get the refund or reduce the tax liability? Definitely you should not do this because department can come back with a notice at any moment of time to submit the proof. So we don't suggest anybody to claim falsely. However, there are lots of people claim falsely, but again, it is their own risk. Why there will be a tax liability if a person worked with a multiple organization in a financial year? So if the person has worked in a multiple financial year, then what happens is normally the previous organization's earnings are not reported to the current organization. That is the reason the calculation works in a different model. The calculation differs. Hence, there will be a tax liability. I am just giving the hint on this, the complete calculation details. If somebody wants, then you can go through the websites available in the ClearTax content pages. You can go through that in detail. Is it mandatory to declare the income for which the tax is already deducted? Example, if somebody thinks that I have paid the amount of tax what was supposed to be paid, then is it necessary for me to declare that again? Yes, it is definitely required to declare, because tax calculation is not only basis on one specific income, it covers the whole income of a person in that particular financial year. Basis on that, the whole calculation happens. Hence, it is mandatory for person to declare their income, as well as they can mention there the tax amount whatever was deducted. Is the e-verification what is e-verification? It is mandatory. Yes, it is mandatory. E-verification is to confirm that the filings whatever you have done is proper and correct with your knowledge. So it is mandatory for do the e-verification as well within the span of 30 days. I'm repeating this. Within the span of 30 days, you need to complete the e-verification of the income tax return you have filed. What happens if the PAN is not linked with the other? So one can file the income tax return even if the PAN is not linked with the Aadhaar. But just to intimate that Aadhaar number is Aadhaar or the Aadhaar enrollment number is mandatory to file the income tax return. However, even if the PAN is not linked with the Aadhaar, filing can be done. The processing of the income tax return will not take place until unless you link your PAN with the Aadhaar. Is how many days the refund will be processed? In how many days the refund will be processed? So, with respect to the observations, normally the people whoever has filed before the month of July, before means by around May, June, they normally get the refund in the month of August and September. But if the filing happens in the month of July, then there will be a chances that they may get the refund in the month of December, January. But however, it is purely dependent on the income tax department process, how they would like to take it, basis on the complexity as well as basis on their internal process. Nobody will be able to give the clear assurance that when the person can get the refund. What is AIS and how to get that? So AIS is an annual information statement which will be available in the income tax department portal. So it is always advised one to look into the AIS before completing their income tax return, because there will be some unknown income or some unknown major transactions would have happened from your end without your knowledge. You might have missing those such things while filing the income tax return. Hence, it is advised one to look into the AIS before proceeding for the income tax return. Now, let's go for the process. I will take you through the portal. Let's start the filing process. So this is the ClearTax page. I hope this is clearly visible. So this is a ClearTax page. You can go through this completely. You can see that the financial year 2023, the filing has been stopped because the filing has been closed in the month of December. Now the new year filing will start once the department releases the new forms. Hopefully, mostly it happens in the mid of April or last weeks of April. Okay, so this is the initial page. You can go to the complete details when you go through this. It covers all the products which ClearTax has. So you can see the products which are available in the ClearTax. Okay, so I'm proceeding with the filing. So you can go with the individual filing. I'm just going through the initial level and going through the process of self filing. Okay. So initially it will ask for one to sign up or create an account. Sign in or create an account. So if you already created an account with the ClearTax, you can log in. If you are not created an account, you can log in through your Google, or you can create an account by yourself manually. Okay. So I'm going with the ClearTax. So since I have created an account, it is directly taking me to the income tax filing page. Okay, so it is asking me, it is showing me the details since I have already created account. Otherwise, in the normal step, it will ask for one to enter the PAN. It is showing my PAN number here. Otherwise, it will show, it will ask for enter the PAN. Once the PAN is entered, then it will trigger an OTP to the registered email ID. And then once you enter the OTP, the data will be fetched from the income tax department. Refill will happen and it will directly show the details like this. Okay. So I'm skipping that page because I've already entered this. So however, wanted to give that information, the auto prefill. Okay. So in this page, you can see that you want to continue with the self-filing or you can go with the expert assistance as well. Okay. This is an example price. It is not the fixed price. You can go to this page in the bottom also. You can see different kinds of options available along with the prices. This is the this is not the fixed one. This is the SKU for just for the reference. Okay. So continue with this. You have an option to file for other person also if you don't want to file with this person. I'm continuing this. Though this is a initial page, so you need to enter. So if it is an auto prefilled, because I have already done the auto prefill, that's the reason it is taking me to the directly to the entries. Okay, so few of the entries already created. So you can see that the name, you should enter the name as per your PAN records. Okay, in normal cases, normally we collect the details from your PAN as per the records in the income tax department portal, and we will show it here directly. You can just confirm. You need to enter the basic personal details. Okay, Aadhaar number, PAN number, mobile number, email ID, address, everything. And also you need to enter the bank details. Next, go next. So here you can see that if you have any questions, you can be a chat, instant help. And also we are going to enable the video calling. If the chat support is not helpful, then we will take you through the video calling options where the support team will connect with you through the video calling to assist with respect to the any majorly with respect to the major technical issues or any kind of issues which cannot be solved via chat or the instant support model. So next part is the income source. So mainly we start with this. Here you can see that upload form 16 or add manually. So you have both the options. Upload form 16. If you click on the upload form 16, it will take you to a different window. Yeah. So you can either drag and drop here, or you can choose and you can drag and drop, or you can choose and you can select the file and you can just proceed with that. Then it will read the relevant information from the form 16. All the data will be pre-filled. Okay, relevant form 16 details will be pre-filled. I'm going with a manual way. Okay, add manually. I will show this as well, each section. So again, you have an option from here also. You can go for the data prefill or the upload form 16. So you can see here one more option, forgot to claim HRA. If you are forgot to claim the HRA with respect to your employer, if you missed to submit the proof to the employer, then you can calculate the HRA. You have a redirectional page here with the HRA calculator. You can calculate your HRA and you can mention manually the eligible if the HRA. And also we have added some of the basic FAQs which can answer your basic questions. Okay. The employer name, these are the basic requirements: employer name, TAN number, employer category, the tax deducted amount. This is specifically with respect to the only for the salaried people. Okay. Then you need to, as per the form 16, you need to enter these details. Each and every section is has been mentioned with the more details, how we can check what details, where it will be available. We can see here all these details, what to enter, which one, how to select, how to read the form 16. All these details are very much available in the specific section against this specific section. Give me a minute. Okay, samples, everything is available here only. You can go through this, which one to select and all, how to enter the details. Each and every section is given clear information, what to enter, where to select, how you can choose which one to enter. Clear sample details are also available. You also can enter this section 10 exemptions, like what is the HRA and all. Okay, section 10 comes up with the HRA. So these samples are also available. You can go through this, whatever you calculate HRA. If it is not taking from the auto prefill from the HR, your form 16, then you can manually enter these details. The standard deductions will be taken automatically. There is no need of entering, but professional tax has to be entered. Then any other sections of reliefs and all, if you have, you can directly enter it. Okay, I'm just proceeding with the next page. capital gain. It is one of the major one. So as I mentioned, we have integrated with lots of major stockbrokers. Even the Master Trust is one of this. I would like to show you how the Master Trust works and how the data will be pulled from this. So also, let me first go through this. You can see here, you can select the file and you can just first thing is that you need to download the P&L statement from your Master Trust portal, and from there you can upload it. It will read it. Okay. So steps to download is also mentioned here against each one, and also in some of the brokers like Grow. So we have a direct API as well. Okay. Along with this browse file, we also have a direct integration where you can directly log in and import the data instead of downloading and uploading. We have a direct integration. So with respect to Master Trust, that is still pending. We have discussed with your product team. So hopefully it will come up in few days. Okay. So here I'm just taking up one file, Master Trust sample file, which we have used for the testing. Okay. Yeah, this is how the data looks like. Okay, so it is successfully imported. Even if you are importing from the API also, like how I show it for the Grow in the Grow also, or whatever the API module also, the last section, once you import, this page will appear and it will show what is your capital long-term capital gain, what is your short-term capital gain, and also from the equity shares, bonds, whatever is there, all those will be populated here. And once you click on continue, it will directly get entered into the respective section. The same thing is available with respect to, you can also have an option of using a ClearTax template. If you don't have the option to download, if you see that maybe you must have invested somewhere else, example Sharekhan. We don't have the integration of the Sharekhan. So if you have invested in Sharekhan, maybe you can use the ClearTax template to enter the details, and you need to copy paste from your P&L statement from the Sharekhan. Only major thing is that you need to mention the sell date and the purchase date and the sale date along with the prices. Okay, then remaining things it will calculate automatically. Also, you have an option to enter the each and every data manually, every transaction manually, because it is mandatory to enter all the transactions. So you can add it manually as well. So we have an option for the US tax as well. Not only the Indian stocks, we have integrated with INE Money, Vested and Grow, and we are also integrating with few other portals in the future. And the same options manually as well as the US stocks sample files also can be uploaded through in this section. Then with respect to the sale of land and building, you can enter these details, the sale and purchase, then it will ask for values and it auto calculate what is the tax liability if there is. Okay, stocks and RSUs, then bonds and debentures also we are trying to integrate with few of the market brokers. Wind Wealth is there, but we are trying with few more bonds India and all. So hopefully it will get integrated within 1 hour. Maximum by April and you should go live. So deemed capital gains and any other assets. Any other assets, if you can see here, like any gallery paintings and all, whichever we are sold. Okay, so those all will come under the capital gain section. Next is the professional and freelancing. Mainly if somebody is doing some professional work, then they can directly declare their income. Okay, so professional income as well as business income. So this comes under the less professional income less than 50 lakhs and business income less than 2 crore, because this comes under section 80, 4480 and 4480 comes under the ITR 4. So these are the professional, and here there is no requirement of tax audit. So next comes the greater than that. So also you can enter in this section where there is no audit requirement in mainly for some of the cases. So such cases only has to be entered in this section. Any other business income, if you have, then has to be entered in this section. Financial particulars also for the presumptive income. So financial particulars mainly it has to be declared in this particular section. Then any other incomes like interest, dividend, and gaming and other incomes, or maybe incomes, maybe if somebody would have withdrawn their PF before the maturity is 5 years. If you are not completing the 5 years, and before that if you are withdrawing your PF, then such income has to be declared in this section. Okay, and also online gaming earnings and bank interest, fixed deposit interest. So interest from incomes, everything is clearly mentioned here. Interest income, all those interest income has to be declared in this particular section. It's specifically mentioned saving bank account, income from deposits, income from P2P investments, So P2P investments also we are going with some of the platform for the direct integration, treatment, 12% box, land box, India P2P. So these are the things which we are trying to integrate. Hopefully it will be done again in a month of 1 or 2. So that will give an enhancement of the easiest way for filing the income tax return with the direct integration. So bonds, all those respective interest income from PF. So one of the major thing is that you should not forget to declare your income tax return interest. If you are receiving the income tax return refund, definitely there will be a interest added to that, because how you are liable to pay the tax at that moment, you are liable to pay the interest. The same way, department also gives the refund along with the interest. So that interest income is taxable. You have to specify the interest amount as well. Apart from that, if you have any other declarations of the income, you should mention in this specific section. So one more point I would like to clarify here, that the bank interest income from the saving bank, the saving, it is not a deposit from the saving bank account up to 10,000 is tax free. So whatever you enter in this section from this up to 10,000, it will auto calculate in the deduction section of 80 TTA or 80 TTB basis on the age group. Okay, I hope this is clear how to enter the all other income section. Next is the rental and house property. Rental income in the house property. If somebody has a rental property or the house property, okay, consider that somebody has bought a house and they can, if they are paying the EMI, then they can claim their interest as well as principal parts based on some of the conditions. So up to 2 lakhs can be declared under this specific section of house property. So you can add the details manually, interest income, whatever it's clearly mentioned also here. Is the house loan you are paying. It is only you can clearly note that interest income can be claimed in this particular section. Okay. Then you can mention the pre-construction period also. If it is, you have paid some EMIs, there are some conditions. Please go through the conditions before you enter this section details. Okay. Then you can add the details of the address of the details. Okay. Then also you can specify if we have a co-ownership. So co-ownership can help you to save the taxes if both are working. If husband and wife both are working, then it is suggested to go for the co-ownership and you can save the tax at both the ends. So I hope this much is clear with this. So if you have a own house or the rented house, both can be covered in the section of house property. Then comes the crypto income. Even for the crypto also we have integrated with most of the companies. So you can see here Binance, Coinbase, everything, most of these are covered in this. So this same works how I shown for the Mastertrust. The same way we have integrated with this, and also we can manually also we can enter the details how I show. Okay, next proceeding with further. So after the income addition, after you enter the complete details of the income, so we can go for next with the tax saving section. So tax saving section is for the entry of deductions. So I just would like to remind that this support AI will be available in all the pages. You can use it wherever you get stuck for the immediate assistance. Okay. So it covers mostly all the options available under the deduction section of the income tax portal. Okay. So ATC, whatever ATC deductions you are invested, so up to 1.5 lakhs maximum you can cover or you can invest in this. So most of the ATC covers the PPF, PF, LIC, all the life insurance, then ELSS mutual funds, only the ELSS mutual funds, health insurance, NPS again. NPS you can claim it under one more section of 80CCD1B. But however, if it is crossing, if the 80C is crossing more than 1.5 lakhs only, otherwise you need to declare that under 80C only. Then interest earned from the saving bank account and also the Sukanya Samruddhi scheme, and principal amount of your house property EMI. Okay, interest up to 2 lakhs is covered under the house property, but the principal amount, again, the principal amount you can claim it only when you have got the possession of the house. After getting the possession of the house, you can you can add the principal amount of your house property, and also you can add the education fees, only the tuition fees of your children education. Those all are covered under the section 80C, but however, maximum cap is 1.5 lakhs. Inclusive of all this, maximum you can claim is 1.5 lakhs. Next is the ATD, medical insurance and preventive health checkup. So medical insurance, you can claim for both yourself as well as for your parents. So medical under the deduction. If you have self medical, this one, so you can medical insurance you can claim for yourself up to 25,000. You can claim for yourself, self and family means your wife or husband or the children's. Maximum allowed is 25,000. And for the parents, again, you can claim for 25,000 as a medical insurance premium. Also, you can claim for the preventive health checkup. So, preventive health checkup, 5,000 is the maximum amount for anybody, either family or parents. But however, this comes under the 25,000 cap of the medical insurance. However, medical expenditures, this is specifically allowed only for the parents if they are greater than 60 years. Parents can be claimed for the medical expenditure up to 50,000. Up to 50,000 medical expenditures. This expenditure is a normal expenditure if somebody is going through some of the medications and they are paying, if you are paying from your pocket for their take care, maybe they are taking some tablets and all. So you must have a proper bill for that. Those can be claimed under this section. Okay, so 80 TTA is interest from the interest under the saving bank. So this normally will be auto filled from the data what you are entering in the income section of bank saving account. The same thing applicable if it is a greater than 60-year person, automatically the section will change to 80 TTB basis on your age group. Next, few of the others are 80 contribution to pension plan, any pension plan, annual fund and all. So here also cap of maximum 1.5 lakhs. Then ACCCD 1B, employee contribution to the new pension scheme. I would like to bring to your attention that I'm not sure how many people have opted for this, but here it's an option for one to save their tax. So they can open an NPS account through the employer, and through the employer you can maximum you can invest is 10% of your basic salary, not the whole salary, basic salary. 10% of the basic salary can be given for the NPS contribution from your end, and also the whatever there is no cap for that. There is no cap for that. You can climb up to 2 lakhs as well. If it is basic salary is higher than monthly basic salary is more than 20,000 percentage, 10% if it is more than 20,000. Okay, or also additionally you can climb yourself can invest 50,000 through to that space specific account which is created by the employer. You can use the same account and you can additionally add 50,000 and you can give it to the employer, and the employer should consider that add the additional 50,000 as a tax benefit under the NPS section. Okay, employer also in some of the companies, employer also contributing directly to the NPS sections. Okay, this 80 1 and 1B is a employee contribution. So continuing with the more deduction options, ADG donation to the charitable organization. So I would like to remind that ADG is a donation specifically given to specific donation charitable trust. It is not that you cannot claim for everything. If you are going for a temple or a church or a masjid and you are donating something and you think that you can directly claim such amounts, no, you should not. You cannot. Okay, so there are some specific charitable trust. So if you are donating anything and if those trusts are coming under any of these categories, any of these registered under any of these organizations, then only you can claim the ADG sections, ADG donations. Okay, so remind thing you can go through this. It is nothing like much is there. The details of the donations has to be mentioned in this specific section, and there is no limit again for the ADG section. Political party is not covered in this because the election is nearby. Just I covered that point. Okay, there is a separate section for that. Okay, then education, ADE education loans. This is again for the graduation and post graduation. Only the interest income can be claimed. It is not that what the loan amount you are. It is not the loan amount. It is only the interest amount. You can claim it on a ADE section. ADGG. So ADGG donation for house rent. So again here, if you are a salaried or if you are getting HRA, so if the HRA is part of your CTC, then you should not claim. You cannot claim ADGG. Only the people who are not salaried, for them it is applicable, and also here maximum 5,000 can be claimed. So total overall 5,000 per month can be claimed. Overall it is going up to 60,000 per year. Example, if you are paying for, if you are filing the return for your wife, consider the wife and she is a homemaker, then anyway, if you are paying the rent or if the rent is going through her account, maybe you are giving some amount or some other way, she is paying the amount of rent, then you can claim the HRA, sorry, ADGG against this up to 60,000 per year. ADGGA, again, it is a donation for a specific research and rural development. So remaining are the other deduction. ADDD is disability. So disability, if you are, this is also specific to some disability. It is not that all the disability can be claimed. So under the ADDD, it is just would like to bring to everyone's attention here that ADDD is directly we can just mention it's a 40% or 80%. So automatically it takes 75,000 or 1.5 lakhs here, but it is very much important to have a proper documentation here from the gazetted officer whom you are taking care of the disabled person. Because from last 2 years, the department is checking this specific section very thoroughly and they are issuing the notice for a lot of people. Okay, so be careful while claiming the ADDD section if you are filing by yourself. The same thing is applicable for the ADU, it is for the self disability. ADDD is for the dependent disability, ADU is for the self disability. Then ADEE, interest on the home loan, as I told earlier, it is up to 2 lakhs can be set up or the claimed under the house property. If you are paying the interest amount more than 2 lakhs, remaining amount can be claimed here under section ADE, ADEE, ADEEA, ADEEA. Yeah. So these two, but however, there are some conditions. So please be careful while claiming this. You have to meet these conditions, then only you are liable. You can claim this additional interest amount. ADE again the interest paid for the electric vehicle loan. This is the additional one. So if you are paying any EMI for the electric vehicle, the interest paid can be claimed under this particular section. ATQB royalty income, ADRRB income from patents, ATGGC contribution to political party. So here the political party also, if you are paying any amount to the political party, you should have a proper documentation confirmation from the political parties. Then only you can claim that. Because most of the parties will not give the receipts, but if you don't have the receipt, please don't go for this. Then biodegradable ATGGA, ATDDB, one of these is deduction treatment for a specified diseases and ailments. Here also you cannot claim for all the diseases or all the medical treatments. There are some specified only for those like cancer. Some major one can only be claimed under this, not all this, not all the medical treatments. ATCCH. Then comes the carry forward losses. The carry forward losses are if you are declared some capital loss in the last financial year, then you can carry forward those losses for the next to set up your losses. You can carry forward those losses for the next 8 financial year. So those losses can be entered in the specific, for the specific details, you can enter in the specific details, the carry forward losses. But for the carry forward losses, first year you need to declare that you are undergone losses and next year you can set up those losses. Taxes paid. So from the auto fulfill, the most of the details will be flashed from the whatever will be details available in the income tax department portal, or if you upload the form 16 from the form 16, the tax details will be pulled here. If you are paid the tax manually, those details also can be added. So you can edit and you can TDS on salary, you can mention these details again, you can validate this coming here. Non-salary TDS. So if you have any TDS apart from the salary, other TDS like the house rent, if you are liable to pay some taxes, if you have paid the taxes and all, then you can enter these details in this specific section, non-salary TDS. Yeah, TDS on sale of immovable property. Again, it's a asset. Okay, tax collected as those TCS. TCS is specifically for the company usage of cars or something when the showroom will deduct a TCS. Okay, then self tax pay the tax. You have to come back and declare your self tax pay details. So next is the annual AIS. So you can import and upload the AIS also from here. The other disclosures, foreign assets. If you have any foreign assets or foreign income, the section foreign asset and income, you can add it in the specific details. So I'm proceeding forward with the tax summary. It's the last page. The tax summary, you can see that it is showing some errors. So whatever the data I have pre-filled, there was some error. So it is giving a clear instruction about the fix errors. So without fixing the errors, you cannot proceed forward. If you click here, it will take the respective error page and it will show what is the error. Okay. Then you can see here tax summary. It automatically select the ITR type. What means the ITR type is going to be tax summary. What is the gross income? What is the taxable income? What is the tax liability? Taxes paid. So you can also have a full breakup. It comes up. So personal information, everything income sources, whatever you have entered, tax saving, deductions, whatever you have claimed, tax payable, what is the tax payable amount, what's the tax paid. So all these details are available. Also, you can check here in the next section, your tax regime, old tax regime. It has chosen old tax regime. You can see a compare switch regime. So if you click here, you can see that it will give a complete comparison of both old and new tax regime. What is the old tax regime and how the new tax regime calculation happens. Okay, you can get these complete details from here. You can also switch the regimes there. So you can also view the complete report of the tax computation. So you can see the complete tax computation report in this specifically like this. So once everything is done, then I'm unable to file it now. So once error is fixed, it will give you to proceed. So please proceed, and then it will take you to the payment page. So basis on the discounts coupon available with you, apply the discount coupon and proceed with the payment and complete the file. I hope I'm clear with this. So next, also we have the option of hiring an expert. So hiring an expert is like how you can file the return from a expert, where you can choose the plans basis on your income details. And also that there also we are coming up with the AI assistance basis on your inputs. It will auto suggest which plan you should go. And also there are some coupons available. If you are not satisfied, you can ask for a callback. The salesperson will call back and discuss about the options available, including the additional discounts and all. So you can use that and you can go for the assisted filing as well. So I'm done with the basic coverage of how the tax filing has to be done. So any other question? So I'm open for the Q&A sessions. We are already we have 10 to 15 minutes of time. Yes. So any questions, you can put it in the Q&A section or you can ask also.
Anyone have any question, please write it down in the Q&A box or can raise hand for the query.
So there is no questions I still now, so I'm not sure whether I was too fast or the people were unable to understand or whether they are able to understand completely. Let me know your feedback as well. If you have any question, if you are not able to understand completely, maybe we can conduct one more session in a better way on some other days as well. So would like to inform one more point here that we are going to launch the WhatsApp filing as well. So facility of WhatsApp filing, but however, since it's in initial stage, we will be able to launch it with the basic kinds of income, like only the salary income. If you have only the salary income and the interest income, along with the deduction client, that can be covered. But however, some complex like capital gain and all, we may need a little bit of time. But however, if a simple filing, you have simple income, direct income of salary, then you can go with the WhatsApp filing as well, which will be go live most probably by first or second week of April. I have STCG and LTCG dividend interest income of around 1 lakh in current financial. Is it compulsory to file ITR? Yes, if you have STCG and LTCG, then it is mandatory to file a return, irrespective of whether the tax was, because LTCG definitely there must have been a tax already deducted, 15% flat. So LTCG, it is depends on how long it was. There may not be the capital gain tax on that. But however, for the STCG, there must have been a tax deducted. So yours mandatory to file the income tax return. And also the advantage of filing the income tax return is that if you are applying for any visa or the for any somewhere outside you want to go, then definitely they will ask for the income tax filing for last 3 financial years. As well as if you go for applying any loans, even whether it's a home loan, whether it's a personal loan or any other loans, definitely the banks will ask for the minimum 3 years of income tax return filing. So it is suggested to go for the income tax filing filing of income tax return. And as I said, it is definitely is not a big headache. We can guide you and you can file it very easily through our ClearTax portal.
Is there any other query?
So also would like to clarify one more point with respect to your specific question of LTCG and LTCG and all. So if your LTCG, STCG and all are covers under our partnered brokers, then it will be very simple. You can directly import the details and directly the system will calculate and you can file the return within the span of 10 to 15 minutes. Is to any option to adjust STCG under section 111 and 112. I'm sorry, I need the tax expert confirmation on this. I can get back to you. I am noting this question. I will get back to you through your HR. At the basic level, as per my current understanding, the STCG cannot be adjusted with any other incomes. But however, I will give you the confirmation. Any other questions? We have 2 more minutes of time. If you have any questions, please ask. Otherwise, we will wind up in 2 more minutes. Profit from future end options will consider as STCG. Profit from future end options will consider as STCG. I hope yes, but however, this also I will come back to you with the confirmation from this. What will be the CTC slab for filing the income tax? Okay, so up to 5 lakhs in the old tax regime, there is no tax for filing the income tax return. Okay, up to filing the income tax return, 2.5 lakhs up to 2.5 lakhs, there is no necessity mandatory for filing the income tax return. But however, if you are earning more than 2.5 lakhs, it is always advised to file the income tax return. So tax wise, up to 5 lakhs, up to 5.5 lakhs, including the standard deductions, there will not be any tax. But however, post that up to 10 lakhs, 5% and sorry, 2.5 to 5 lakhs, if your earnings is greater than taxable income is greater than 5.5 lakhs, then from 2.5 lakhs only you are supposed to pay the taxes. 2.5 to 5 lakhs is 2.5%, then 5 to 10 is 20%, greater than 10 is 30% in the old tax regime. But if you are going with a new tax regime, then up to 7 lakhs, you no need to pay any taxes. So you can, it is not mandatory for you to file the taxes or file the returns. But however, always it is suggested for the salaried people. For the salaried people, it is always suggested for filing the income tax return for their usage in the future. And also in the new tax regime, as mentioned earlier, so up to 7 lakhs, 7.5 lakhs, there will not be any taxes. But further, you can choose and depends on your income, you can go with a new or old tax regimes. So any other questions? Okay, so if there is no further questions, thank you very much for all your participation. This was really good. Thank you very much for your support as well. So if you have any questions, you can directly reach out to your HR and we will definitely help you to answer those questions getting from your HR. And also for the questions which were asked, also I will note it and I will get back to you with the answers. And all the very best for your ITR filings seasons. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you, Mr. Aditya, and thank you everyone for joining the session.